Get ready for the podcast. I address anything on my mind. On time with the lines and the lyrics rhyme. And you know you can press rewind. Yeah. Get ready for the podcast. I address anything on my mind. On time with the lines and the lyrics rhyme. And you know you can press rewind. Podcast, you can talk what you want to say. Here go the microphone, we can talk all day. I got time to listen to your thoughts. Feedback, just let the man talk. Get ready for the podcast. I address anything on my mind. On time with the lines and the lyrics rhyme. And you know you can press rewind. Yeah. Get ready for the podcast. I address anything on my mind. On time with the lines and the lyrics rhyme. And you know you can press rewind. Wake up to the howling sounds. That's the wolf speaking now. Press record, now say what you say. You wouldn't want to have it any other way. Get ready for the podcast. I address anything on my mind. On time with the lines and the lyrics rhyme. And you know you can press rewind. Yeah. Get ready for the podcast. I address anything on my mind. On time with the lines and the lyrics rhyme. And you know you can press rewind.
Okay.
And welcome to the Wolf's Den Podcast, a podcast for gamers, to gamers, and about gamers. For you guys that are here watching it live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Wolf Den Podcast. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys hit that follow button and don't ever miss another podcast. But we are also doing this via YouTube as well. It is going to be recorded, going to be posted. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, thank you guys. Subscribe, like this, and turn on those notifications so you don't ever miss a podcast. Also, if you are not watching, but you are listening, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, or Radio Public, thank you guys so much for taking a listen on your drive home from work, to work, picking up the kids from school, or if you're on the bus to school or whatever. Thank you guys for taking a listen or a watch to the podcast for gamers, to gamers, and about gamers. So, I have a couple of little announcements. We are going to be doing another podcast this upcoming week. There will be 2 podcasts this week. I'm not going to shout out who it is here because I do have an awesome special guest and she deserves all the attention tonight, not the next person. Also, 2 weeks from now, whether it's being posted or being here, I will not have a guest. I will be doing a podcast solo. So make sure you guys check that out. It's going to be about my story, and I'm actually kind of excited to do that. But it's also going to be really weird to not talk to somebody about this kind of stuff, except for my own self. So let's get into tonight's podcast. We have an awesome content creator. Somehow I can't remember exactly how we met. I'm sure we're going to talk about that. But she is currently on the road to 1,000 followers on Twitch for the second time. We're going to talk about how she ended up losing all of her followers on Twitch. Story kind of sucks for her, but it's actually kind of a little bit of a funnier story in a way. But she has also got a TikTok where she posts almost maybe 3 to 4 times a week. She pops up on my For You page all the time. It's got great plays on there. She does not have the recognition that she truly deserves on TikTok with 225 followers. So make sure you guys go and hit her up over there as well. But ladies and gentlemen, we are welcoming in the awesome and creative and always funny Vesmi. You can say something now.
There we go. I done mute. Hello.
There it is. I was hoping that you would do that. You always come in and do it.
Signature hello.
You every time you come into my chat and you just put that little emote in there, I'm just like hello myself. The way you say it, it's very catchy.
It's fun. I tend to sing song basically everything. all the time.
other than when you're shooting bodies in Call of Duty, killing them.
Yes. Then I'm usually screaming because they typically scare me because they come around the corner.
Okay, so when we were talking earlier though, that clip where you knew he was there and you were just like, "Oh, he died." Like you said that with no remorse. You didn't even say it was sadness. What you were going through it.
um,
You did about a
I
10-hour stream there, and you were about nine and a
yeah,
half hours in.
yeah, we were in quite a bit. We were on Rebirth at that time, yep, and, I watched him go in that building, and I was already, like, 7 or 8 kills in, so I was, like, hyped up, and I didn't know what he was doing, but I watched him close the door, ended up shooting the other guy, and when I came back, um, came in and saw him and killed him, all I heard him say was, "No," like, very sad. I was like, "Oh, poor
You
guy."
just you
But
just
I
killed
was I was
you
still
just killed the
happy.
man's hopes and dreams.
I did. It was a team wipe. The poor guy was he was trying to hold his team down, but
Yeah, he just
you
wanted
know,
to. Who knows? Maybe they were playing for 9.5 hours and hadn't caught a dub yet.
I mean, that could have been.
You just took away the man. You just took away that man's hopes and dreams.
Oh, poor guy.
So I know that I said that let's try to ignore chat as much as possible, but I keep seeing your little hype emote in the chat. It's so little. It's such a little cute thing. I
Sailor
love
Moon.
it.
Yeah, I actually have always liked Sailor Moon, and I don't know why I haven't put any emotes before, but I wanted some more fun cartoon ones and just randomly saw them, and I was like, I don't know, I don't have these yet, so boom, a
So
whole new
did you
set of emotes.
did you make these yourself?
Not the Sailor Moon ones, no. I got those off Etsy.
Okay, so you had somebody make them up.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I made some of the cartoons of me. I edited those, and then I also made all of the word emotes. That I can do. Not so good at designing the cartoons yet.
Okay, because you've seen all my emotes. So the person
Hmm.
that I had make all my emotes, she also is big in anime and stuff. She's from
Okay.
Venezuela. She's from Venezuela. And
Okay.
she makes hers all little cartoonish. Like you Jeff put them in the chat. Like he, she's kind of made them more serious, but that raid one, that last one that Jeff put in there
Mm,
is the most
okay.
cartoonish one that she's made for me so far. So it's
Okay.
like, oh, it's so cute.
They are. They are.
She's definitely gotten a lot better at it at her craft as much as she could.
Nice. Very nice. It's fun to watch people create them. I've watched a few people draw emotes on streams before, and
Yeah.
it's really fun to watch the creation and then to see it when they actually make it into the emote itself. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it actually is. I've these these designers don't get enough recognition in
Yeah,
any
there's some really
in
good ones.
in any way. So, but let's get into why you're here. Vesmi, where did you
Yes.
exactly grow up? Because you've been doing a lot of moving from one state to the next to another state. Seems like you're jumping all over the place. You're swapping time zones like it's, like it's your day job.
Yeah. Yeah, so recently I went back to go see my family. So I went to live with my grandmother to give my mom a break. So I took care of my grandma from January until September, and then I still had my apartment out in Denver. And so now I'm back in Denver and as of September. But growing up, I was born in the South down in Texas, but mom and dad split when I was really little. So my mom and I went back and we actually lived with my grandma in the basement room that I just lived in this year. So when we moved back to my hometown, we lived with my grandma, and I grew up in South Dakota in a very, very tiny town, like 900 to 1,000 people, tiny. You could walk from one corner to the other corner in 20 minutes or less. So tiny town. But a sad part of the backstory is I didn't really have any friends growing up. I was super, super shy. Um, I didn't stand up for myself, so I got made fun of a lot. Because of that, and not obviously not having friends, I spent a lot of time at home. I got a Super Nintendo when I was about 6, I think it was. and it came with the Aladdin game, the Lion King game, Bonkers, a Monster game, and a Super Mario 5 pack. So it was like Super Mario, Mario 1, 2, 3, Mario World, etc., etc. And
Which,
I basically spent my entire childhood from 6 until I was 18, 17, sorry, playing a Super Nintendo.
wow.
Loved it.
Like, so my first system was the Sega, but then I got the Nintendo 64. So I remember playing those, the Aladdin and racing games,
Hmm.
monster trucks and stuff like that. I can remember that. So you've seen the podcast, you've watched, you've also possibly even listened. I can't tell.
Hmm.
If you haven't, Spotify. Um but everybody that I've ever had here has never had a Sega or a Nintendo 64. They can remember the Nintendo Cube, which came out in the early 2000s, or even the PlayStation 1 and the Xbox.
Yeah.
But they don't know how far back it was and how the graphics were of a struggle for us. We didn't have HDMI cords in
No.
that time. We had the 3 plugs.
Yeah, yeah. 3 plugs. The cartridges that before every time I gamed, I blew into the bottom of the
Yeah.
cartridge a few times, and then you blow into your actual Super Nintendo.
We became
Um,
repairmen at the age of whatever,
oh
fixing our
yeah,
own stuff.
oh yeah, yeah. You had to mess around with that stuff all the time to get it to work. It was so funny. And if sometimes it would turn on, and I'd start a game, and it would be in black and white, so I'd have to like restart it real quick, and then it'd go into color and have
Yep.
sound. So yeah, I'd
Yeah.
mess up, but I
And
didn't have a Sega, but my friend did, so I do remember playing Sega a lot too.
I also remember if you had one of the plugs, like one of the sound plugs, it was you had red for the color,
Hmm.
white, and God, was it blue or something?
Yellow,
Yeah, yellow.
red,
If
white,
it
and
was
yellow.
if either the white or the yellow came out, you had no sound. Didn't matter at all.
Yeah,
So it was like, oh my God. Gotta go in there and then you gotta try and figure out which chord it was, and it's like they're in there, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, just loud noise.
yeah,
Like, I guess it was this one.
yep, yeah.
You don't actually know.
Yeah, you just kind of go with it. Those were the days.
But
But I can still to this day go through the games when I have my Nintendo out in the living room actually, so I can turn it on. I've played it a few times with my friend out here. We've vegged out and sat in our PJs and just played all day on the Super Nintendo. But I can still go through the levels like back of the hand. Super
yeah,
super easy.
I don't have any of the systems anymore. I end up losing them, and or they broke completely where there was no repairman business that I could go
Yeah,
to fix that. So
yeah,
once my mom and my stepdad got together, I consider him my real dad. That'll be coming up later, not tonight. But he had the PlayStation, so I always started playing the PlayStation game. Then I got the PS2, the
okay,
3.
yeah.
It was I didn't go back to the old games. They were, I was young. I was like, yeah, those are old. I like these games better. Look at the graphics.
Yeah,
Like,
I saved up my money when I was 17, and my dad actually helped me split a PS2 so I could get a new console after having a Nintendo my whole life. I was like, I want a new upgraded system, so I got a PS2 when I was 17 and played that until I went to college, and I played like Scarface and GTA Vice City on it, and San Andreas
God,
and
those were
stuff
the
like that.
days.
The Simpsons.
Those were the days.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that was great. I never played online until my freshman year of college. Somebody had an Xbox and they had Halo 3 ODST, and I was like, this looks fun. And they're like, here, give it a shot. And it was awesome. I was really good at it. I was really surprised, but I loved the teabagging afterwards, and that the person who died could see it, so you could like rub it in their face.
Oh
So
yeah,
I was
and then
so
they come back.
excited.
They'll come back and they'll kick your ass and then sit there and teabag you until somebody just kills them.
Yeah, they try, but I'd always get that sword or that giant hammer, and yeah, I was a beast in Halo. I fell in love with FPS games because of that. So I bought an Xbox 360 like as soon as I played that. I was like, "Yep, buying it."
Yep, that
And then
you
I've been
always
Xbox since then.
ah leave Minecraft and go to Sony. Join me, one of us.
Oh
Just
gosh.
join me.
I like my Xbox. I like it.
Yeah. As you're sitting there sipping the tea, like, yeah.
It's peppermint tea. It's so good.
I got
I had to have
water.
something.
I got water, and then I have a G Fuel.
I got water. I got
me and
water.
my me and my G Fuel.
I had a little bit of a headache today, so I figured some tea would help.
Yeah, that's what I got too. I'm working on my.
Hmm.
So as soon as we got done talking earlier, and I literally said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs and make up a G Fuel." I made a G Fuel, but we left the house. Me, the wife, and the son, and I left the G Fuel at home. I was so disappointed in myself.
Aw. No.
So, yeah, you know what? Whatever. I'll get it back. I'll get it when I come home. Now I'm working on my second one. Tired,
Yeah.
but hey, it's all a part of the business. So, you grew up in a tiny town, like 600 to 1,000 people.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
like you sound like where I live now. You can go from one end of the town to the next in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
What
It was so small.
it? So, did you do any sports in school at all, or no?
Um, bef- it, w- before I went to a dorm school, when I was 15, I went away to a dorm school, and that was because I asked
Hold
to be.
a dorm school.
Yes. Because I got made fun of my whole life, I basically asked to be homeschooled since I was in kindergarten. It was
Okay.
really bad, and I tried really hard. My mom really didn't quite get it at first, but then finally freshman year, she was like, "All right, we're gonna homeschool you. We'll take you out of school. Like it's a tiny town anyway, so I see them, but it's like at least I can do homeschool and not really go out."
And you
And
don't have to deal with the bullies at the school. You can,
exactly.
because they'll do it in public instead of doing it at the school.
Exactly. So we tried a private, online school. My mom struggled so hard with trying to teach it to me because she works 9 to 5 as a barber, and a lot of it was really advanced. And so she's like, I can't do it. So we decided we'll go to a dorm school. So we found one that was about 6.5 hours away from where I lived. That was a private school. So I ended up staying there from 15 until graduating, and I'd come home on the weekend, so I still saw family, and then in the summertime, of course. But yeah, I went away to the private school for
So,
it, and
so it was like a prep academy, or you're,
it was
you
just a
know,
private Christian school, Christian
kind of
academy type thing.
kind of one of those things that you see in like Zoe 101, where they go to their own school and then they live there. They live at the
Hmm.
school.
Yeah, you have the main school in the middle, and then the boys' dormitory and the girls' dormitory. So
Yeah,
basically, like
I
that.
I always wondered what I didn't know anybody that went to a school like that. I didn't think they were real.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. I made a lot of really good friends. It was really a nice environment. The only issue I had there was actually with the superintendent. Because my family were Catholic, but the school is Christian, and they're fine with it. But I was like the sixth Catholic to go to this school, and the superintendent was anti-Catholic, so it was really hilarious
You
the
know,
random things he'd get me in trouble for. So I was
as a
like,
Catholic,
okay.
myself, it's like, Christianity itself, the Christian religion, is multiple different types.
Mhm.
Whether you're Catholic, you're non-dominational, you're Baptist, they're all a form of Christianity in some sort of way.
Yeah.
I took a
Yeah.
I took a religion class in high school, like my very first semester there. So I got to learn a bunch of different religions and the way that the branches are. There's over 10,000 different religions out there. You have your main ones, but Christianity is the one that has the most branches that come off of it.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, everybody just comes to be one. So I don't understand how you can be anti-Catholic and say you're a Christian.
Yeah, it was funny. He was pretty ridiculous, but everybody else was great. Like my principal and I, we got along. Since I've always had migraines due to scoliosis, I was very used to getting a migraine randomly throughout the day, and my principal would just let me come in the office. I'd get an aspirin. I'd drink a. She'd give me a Pepsi for the caffeine to help, and it would kick in, and then I go back to class. So, I mean, it was nice. And it was a good experience. Like I said, I met a lot of people. They came to this school from all over the world, which was really cool. So I started meeting people all across the world and um different parts of the country. So it was kind of fun. If I ever go to a lot of states, I can say hello to a bunch of different people.
So in other words, now you're gaming, you're meeting people across the world in a different
Hmm.
form. You know?
Yeah. Now I'm meeting people with a lot more similar personality, which is great. Because a lot of gamers that I've met are also obviously very chill, laid back. A lot of them do use it to, yeah, escape reality and like really enjoy, um, like, the bill, not having to pay bills, doing all this stuff that's like stressful out here. You just kind of
Yeah.
you get in the zone, and it's so nice to do that. And having anxiety and stuff on top of that, it was really nerve-wracking to start streaming, but I'm so glad I did, because I would not have met all of these people that have like really brought me out of my shell in a sense. My mom, she calls me a extroverted introvert, because I was super extroverted when I was really little, and then I got bullied, growing up once I got in school, and then that all like went inside. So I was like, mm.
Now
I,
here you are, you're streaming to, you know, random people talking with them. And
yeah,
they become your closest friends in reality and at the end of the day.
yeah, yeah. There's
You know,
several of them that I would love to get to travel and see like in person and hang out. Like it would be a blast.
oh yeah, like I mean for like I use streaming to, reality and everything like that. I have no secret whatsoever anymore of me battling depression and why in the form of helping. Doing the podcast is a completely type of, environment for me.
Hmm.
No, I just took a lot of time to actually figure this out and took a lot of courage to even try and just, hey, do you want to do this with me? Sit here and talk. But, at the same time, I am married, I am a father, and I work a full time job. And it's like, play video games, let's go stream a little bit, go play with Nighthawk and Red and whoever else wants to join. You and me, we don't play a whole lot together for some reason, but yet we're always on around the same time.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I feel like we should have played a lot more by now, but
We
yeah, I
do
I don't know.
we do have our own two different communities. Like if I pop into your chat, there's people in there that I don't know who they are. And
Yeah,
I'm looking at the chat in here and there's people that I don't know. It's like I've never met you. And
I was telling him I'd be here.
it's I mean there's some people in here that I have met just because of you. Like, let's throw a name out there. I've met Viking because of you. I've met Starlight Souls. I don't know why I keep calling her Scarlet all the time. Look,
Yeah.
Starlight, you need to change your name. But that oh, well, I'm just gonna stop reading. Just gonna do that. No more chat. No more chat. Thanks, Nighthawk. All right, so
Thanks, Nighthawk.
but we don't play, but we do have our different, type of communities, and you do have your certain people that you play with. That's just how it is with every streamer. If you look at all the big streamers, they branch off and play with different people all the time. The way of the land.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we always support each other, and we always, just give each other the compliments that, well, whatever we would decide to say.
Yeah.
I didn't know where I was going with that one. So But let's talk about how you actually got into content creating. Like, how when did you start exactly? Because it just felt like you popped up out of nowhere and started.
Yeah, so I actually never planned on it. I since I have gamed forever, I started watching no game videos like before COVID hit. So I was still working, and I'd be owning my own business. We work 7 days a week, basically 15 hours a day. So you're just always working. And I didn't really get a lot of time to game at that time, but I would watch YouTube and stuff at the end of the day, and I'd watch no game hide and seek videos. And I was like, this would be so much fun to like get back into this or something like to game because I like it. And then COVID hit and our business shut down. We were in the middle of a demo in a store, and the manager came up, let us know that the COVID changed the rules, no more in-store demonstrations, and we haven't worked since that day. Like it was like March 3rd or March 6th or something, 2019. So it like shut us down on the spot. And then we had nothing. I had no job, like nothing. And I just sat here. So I started gaming a lot. And then all of a sudden, I realized you can get into the hide and seeks. And this was before No Game had a Discord, or he had a Discord, but no one knew about it yet. So it was
It
super
was
tiny.
yeah, it was very
It was about
small.
100 people, I think, is what was in there when I joined. But he was like, okay, so you can try to get in. The very first game I tried to get in, I got in, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got in a video. This is cool. And then I just kind of hung around. He did a few streams at that time. He was actually streaming kind of regularly.
Yeah,
And
like it seems like he was streaming 2 or 3 times a week.
yeah, he was doing a lot of streams. So I was hanging out in there, and then during one stream, he dropped his Discord, and a few of us joined, and um, like it was I don't know, maybe 100. I don't remember. There's so many in there now that I can't remember what it was when we started, but it was tiny. And then we were in there enough that we got Jay and I ended up getting moderator at that time, and so then people knew me as No Games Mod, and we'd play some games, and I believe it was I don't remember even who suggested it. I feel like it was when we had the gaming fam all together. I think they really helped encourage me to do it when we were playing. So I did have a lot of support when I started, which was great. Um, and it just I didn't have a camera either for like the first year because I was like, there's no way I'm ever gonna turn on a face cam. I was way too terrified. I was already terrified enough to talk to people, but it was
Right.
just a good supportive beginning, which is what really helped. I think if I would have started without any like boost of confidence there, I don't think I would have ever started. So it was really cool having people like be interested in wanting to see that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's everybody's got a different story, and it's wonderful to know. I forgot that you were a part of No Games community prior to actually starting content creating. I completely forgot about that because at the time that you and me met before you started getting into. I know that that you and I we'd done a video together.
I had yeah, so I remember kind of meeting you. I don't remember exactly how I got in, but I know it was because the no game main people like were in your videos, and I can't remember if you popped up on YouTube page or if you popped up on Twitch page. Um on my recommended, but it was one of them because I watched some of the other people, so they were in there, and I started watching you, and I was like, "Oh, you're pretty funny. I like you."
Uh,
And I've never watched Twitch before No Game, and then I think you were pretty much the second person I started watching on Twitch.
See, and that's why I can't ever praise No Game for bringing people together because if it's not for him and the people that are in the communities, I wouldn't be still doing this. I wouldn't be doing this even. Probably a
Yeah.
year and a half, 2 years ago. God, my kid. I was in my first lobby before he was born, and so yeah, it's been over 2 years. But it 2 years. We'll just say 2 years from ago. if it wasn't for No Game and stuff, I wouldn't be doing this at all. I wouldn't know who Hawk is, Race Boy, uh, none of them. I wouldn't know Dan. I wouldn't know you or Sadie's or anybody.
Yeah.
So that's just another way of saying No Game is bringing together.
Hmm.
Whether he knows it or not, he might. But I don't think he realizes just how much.
Yeah, there's been so many people I've met through his community and like branched out that they know other people and then meet new communities and new people. So it's yeah, it's really interesting to see how it's built. And it's so fun when I'm in somebody else's stream that, isn't quite related and then I see somebody I recognize like, "Wait, what are you doing here?" And it's like fun to see all the connections go later
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Like when I was doing lobbies on Modern Warfare, early stages of Modern Warfare, God, every stream, I was streaming 3 times a week, but every stream we were doing custom. I mean, I had
Yeah.
videos lined up for days, and then I just sit there and start editing all the videos, and then it's like I got burned out.
Yeah, yeah, you were always live. I do. I remember watching all those when it was like just all the time
Yeah,
streams.
and because me and Dirty Max, we would do customs. He would do customs twice a week. So after his, I would do mine because he did one video and I do another. And it just we got burned. We got burnt out towards the end.
See that.
What?
I said I could see that getting
Yeah.
like it'd just be a lot.
Yeah, it did, but I'm starting to find my rhythm again with Vanguard, so I have to figure it out. When are you gonna do customs? You used to do them quite often.
I did like customs. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed sniper and marksman rifle customs because I really enjoyed using the car. um, Maybe
You're
when I
one of
get the
those
car
people.
unlocked here, on Vanguard, maybe I'll give it a shot. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're one of those
Warzone though
people.
was fun.
I can't ever
It's
get enough
fun
people.
though.
I can't get enough people for Warzone anymore.
Sometimes I could, sometimes we'd lose a few, but I did like doing like the rebirth or the small Warzone customs. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, see, I've been able to successfully do one custom night on Warzone, and in after that I couldn't more. And that was actually a botched night too, but it still had fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I do a lot more like just open lobby type stuff and just do online now.
So one of these days, I'm just gonna say, "Hey, you're joining. Come on, let's go. Whoever you're with, leave them. I don't care."
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you'll be playing even if you're not streaming.
Yeah. Yeah, I play throughout the week when I'm not live. I'm too tired to stream after work. My job is mentally exhausting for me. There's a lot of math and stuff to building contracts and invoices and things like that. So when I'm done, my brain just wants to shut off. So I will play and like chill, but I will be like basically laying down, vegged out, just like
Yeah, it's very rare for me to play without stream. It's one of the rarest things that I ever do. Like
yeah.
like Saturday that Vanguard dropped. I think it was the day that you actually got the copy. And I just hopped on to a couple games with Nighthawk because, well, my wife was gone, my son was asleep. Well, let's fix a couple things on the stream and let's play a couple games.
Yeah.
Turned out to be weird because all the lights were on and it was daytime out, and you know,
You're like, this is different.
I'm not sitting here having to read a chat. It was like that's not normal, not
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
But so if there's one thing that you could change about the streams for yourself, what would they be?
Like my streams.
Yeah.
Um if it was on the technical side, it would be like having I would like to I want to change my camera. If it's like you're thinking like technical, or unless you're thinking like content
Anything,
wise.
anything, because
Oh,
everybody wants to get bigger and better stuff.
yeah. Yeah, well, technical, I definitely want a better camera because it's just fuzzy, and it would be nice to like actually see some things and whatever. But content wise, I would love to see. I don't know. I really want to work on actually getting my own clips outside of like just letting Athena do it. Like get my own clips and be consistent with um I guess even just TikTok because I don't do YouTube. I can't edit videos for the life of me at the moment. I don't do that yet. So TikTok, we working on that, but consistency is what I need to work on. So that would be kind of what I would like to see change is myself being
See, now
consistent.
I kind of baited you into this because we had that conversation earlier. But why don't you edit it for YouTube? Other than because you're not because you can't do it. I couldn't do it and I still can't do it, but I still do it.
Yeah, probably probably just taking the time to actually do it. When I get home um from work, I typically will play and eat and go to bed. So I don't like put I don't organize the time out to where I have it, and then on my days off when I'm not tired and could actually do it, I typically am watching people's streams and networking and talking, and so I do a lot of that, which is one of my main goals this month is to be more active and supportive to other people who are always, supporting me around. So I've been trying to pop around to people and I'm meeting new people and everything as well.
Yeah,
But
I have such a hard time trying to do that because again, working a full-time job, husband and a father, it's very hard. So, I
yeah.
mean, there's people that it's like, "Hey, I've got like 5 minutes, I can go check it out." But then sometimes that gets blown up real fast. And
Mhm.
it's like, there's so many people that I want to go out and support, but it's not the easiest thing to do all the time.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Uh, yeah, when I'm working, I can't do much. If it was before COVID with my other job, I probably would not be able to even stream. I'd be back to 15-hour days, 7 days a week just working.
Right. And that's why I was like decided to do the podcast so I can showcase people like yourself and whoever has also been here just because this would be a good way to support them. It's out there forever at that point. There's no going
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So, so but reason I brought up the editing portion is if you even if you have just the clips for TikTok and stuff like that, not just try and condense it to where it's almost perfect, kind of like what you already see on TikTok, where with the editing and it's the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's one way to go about it.
Yeah,
You've
I think once I get consistent with TikTok, my next goal will be to try to actually put together some kind of little couple minutes of something.
all right, because people don't have to post to YouTube, but can still make something off of TikTok. You definitely have the capabilities, especially some of your funny videos that you post.
There's
So
some good clips. I may not be amazing at the game, but I can sure make people laugh.
yeah, that's it. That's all you need in the end, because we're not content creators, we're entertainers. And if you ask some people, we're robots.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah.
I have no idea what they're on about in the chat right now. When it comes to a sound, I don't know what sound they're talking about.
Oh, cakes. So there's a TikTok that I did post. It was the first time a new sound got used. I put on for Halloween, I add on a few spooky sounds and I'll usually make them free and cheap. And I added a new sound that I did not listen to, which I should have. I did not listen to it because I listened to like half of them and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to add some. And I added one. It's a whisper and it says,
Oh wait,
I
I think
see you.
I got it. I think I got it.
I was playing Apex, and the way it comes in, it like my 360 surround, it goes behind me, comes up to my ears this way, and so I looked to the side, I dropped my controller, I was like, "What
You know what?
I thought it was like here.
You know what? I've never done this on a podcast ever, but I'm gonna play. I'm in your TikTok now. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it.
Oh, I'll look over and watch.
Oh, come on.
So,
Play for me. It won't play. I just liked it twice,
he really likes it.
even though I can't even watch it. This is not working.
Well, that's
Why?
not fair.
No, it's not. Here, I'm in your TikTok. So, is it gone or something?
No.
No, I can't play any TikToks. I'm sad. I just like that one too. Now I'm sad. Now I am sad.
Well, if you guys find my TikTok, go find that one, I guess.
It was posted on October 25th. I'm gonna literally go watch that after we're done with this.
It was hilarious. I knew it was Cake too. I knew it. She loved that, like those sounds. And I kept it after Halloween. I made it more expensive because I was like, this cannot happen all the time. And pretty much every stream, Cake just comes in with that, I see you. It just freaks me out. Because it's like a hiss sound. Oh, it's freaky.
See, now they got the for them, they have on mine like the orgasm one. Mine's very sexual, okay? But I tried to keep some of them as low as possible, just so that way they can, hey, I want you guys to enjoy these. But Jesus, October was the worst possible month. I made all the sounds that were spooky in a way or funny that related to Halloween in a way were 100 bits.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But it was.
I made mine 0.
I've got 4 of those now. I've got 4 of those now. No, I know how the abuse would happen on my stream if I had made all the Halloween ones free. I know the abuse that would have came out of it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I had to put a little bit of a timer cooldown on that.
I mean, I got a 10-second one, but I mean, I want.
Oh, I did like 5 minutes.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. That's no fun.
If it's free, it's gonna have some time.
Yeah, but
some of them were like a minute and a half, but the really loud screamer ones, I had to give a little moment to.
Yeah. No, I couldn't do that. Could not. Nope. No way. No way, no how. I just know I know what the abuse was gonna be.
Yep, I'm sure.
Oh, wait, hold on. Somebody fixed it. Somebody got it. Shout out to Rad here. Shout out to Rad.
Heard that.
That's all I gotta say. Let's do this. It's gonna be blurry, but Rad screen recorded it.
Oh gosh.
Heard that.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, that's the worst.
I was like so freaked out.
That one I put on for this month. I was not ready for that one, Cake. I was not ready for that one. That was the first time that one was used. I didn't like that one.
I was like, I do not like it. I do not like that one. I don't like it.
No, that is the worst possible sound. Had I had that one, if I even knew that thing existed, no.
If I would have listened to it, I would have never put it on there because it's just skin crawling every time it comes on. I want to drop that controller and I get goosebumps. It is so freaky.
Okay, so I believe it was Viking. I was playing with Sadie's. It was after we did a podcast. No, was it before? It was a Halloween stream night. It was, we played spooky games. It was a Saturday night. And we're playing Warzone later, Rebirth. And Viking comes in and used one of my sound alerts that I never thought would ever get used. Because I set it to 2500 bits.
Oh my goodness. Of course.
And if the sound is activated, I have to leave the game that I'm in.
I saw that.
I was so mad. I went and rewatched the video and I clipped it and I was like, this is a TikTok right here. And it turns
I
out to
saw
be
that.
one of my most successful TikToks
Oh,
or
goodness.
YouTube shorts out there. Even though I did not like hearing that noise, it still created the best moment I think on my stream that I've ever had.
Yeah, that was a good TikTok.
Yeah, well, it made me start thinking the other like last week when me and Hawk were coming up with new sounds for the stream. I was like, I need to raise this up so Viking doesn't ever use it again. But I didn't. I left it. I was like, it's very expensive as it is. That's not
Yeah.
trying me doing my streams. I use my money on the streams that I earn for giveaways. And they know that. That's just how
Yeah.
it's always been. But holy no. No. I don't ever want to hear that sound ever again in my life. But so what's the future looking like for you? How do you see
Um,
yourself doing this in 5 years, 10 years, or other things? Because
I hope to.
you hope to.
I 100% hope to. I actually would love to do this more on the full-time side. That would be awesome.
I would love to.
Um,
I would love to see you actually do that because then guess what? Joining you.
I would do YouTube. I would spend time to like really I mean, I would already have YouTube going before I like fully get going, but it would be a lot different being able to dedicate like actual time towards it as if it's like, the career, and my day to day. I like to schedule. I'm OCD, so I like to organize. I like to schedule. Um, so my
Um,
jobs, anytime I have a job or a career, I'm very good at it.
So when it comes to doing this, there's definitely a schedule to everything.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like I gotta schedule when I sleep, I gotta schedule when I eat, I gotta schedule when I can do editing, I gotta schedule when I can actually stream this and that. But then you also gotta have a
Yeah.
real life outside of it. There's people who do this full time, but it's like you go and spend time with your family. You know, I there's a couple of people out there who have average 200 to 300 viewers, and they average 10,000 views on YouTube. But it's like they are doing this day in and day out. Like I don't want to I don't want to give the name out of who it is, but there is somebody out there who that is his life, and he has two
Mhm.
kids and a wife. And whenever somebody says, anytime he takes one day off, it becomes, oh, what do you got to do? That's so important, this and that. It's like he'll come back with, I do this for 16 to 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I've been doing it for over a year. And he takes one day off and he gets criticized.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the man's got a schedule that he's got to keep up with. It's
Hmm.
hard. It's hard. So I think doing this full time would be a perfect thing for you, especially with your schedules.
Yeah, I would enjoy it. It would also be nice, especially if I got to go back home to be with the family because that was a lot of fun. Um, but it would obviously be scheduled around different things.
Right.
But
So
it was nice.
so like is there like what do you do exactly for a living right
Currently I'm the sales manager at a memorial company, so I sell headstones to people. I do all the background work of I price out whatever they want, whether it's custom or standard. Most everything is custom, which is lovely. Uh, it's really hard, but I work with distributors and I get stones and everything like that, and then I price them out for retail. I build the contracts with the customers. I build the invoices with them. I take the payments, follow up with them, and then I send all their orders off to our distributors, the cemeteries, and our designer to do all the graphics.
So what happens if I die and my wife can go to you and say, hey, I need a headstone?
Yeah, I could definitely help, but if you want it delivered, it has to be in Denver. We don't ship it, sadly.
All right, so I'm putting Dan, Nighthawk, and Rad in charge of going to Denver to pick up my headstone and drive it back to Michigan.
All right.
But you have to come with them. How about you just deliver it too? You just deliver
I'll just be like, I'm gonna take a week off. I'll be back. I'm just gonna take this with me.
it. There you go. It works. So Nighthawk, I think your wife needs to get the ball rolling. Because the way you're going with me tonight.
Oh goodness.
No, I love Nighthawk. So, but yeah,
Nighthawk
there we
is
go.
the best.
He really is. Like, okay, so who's the one person in your community that if it wasn't for them always being there for you, you would possibly just not know what to do with yourself? You got one person.
One person?
One person. This is going to be the hardest question I probably ask you.
One person. Gosh. There's so many. If I have to get down to one.
Exactly.
Narrow it down in the sense of somebody who's always at the streams.
Doesn't even have to be always at the streams, but anybody that honestly, it's like they've been with you since day one.
I mean, the community that I've built up, most of them are always like, I see them so often, like they're all there. But
it's very hard. It's the hardest question. They're always there, all of them.
They really are. I mean, there is one person who's pretty much always in stream at all times.
It could also be somebody that's not always in your stream, but they're always there in the background.
I have a few different people. Okay, one person. I do have one person.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat.
It's your cat. She's right here. Hi, babies.
Oh my sweet baby Jesus! Look at that.
Her name is Babies, and yes, she is always here.
Where is my? There. Hold on. And this guy is Audie.
Oh, we got two kitties.
He just had his balls removed on Thursday.
Aw.
So
poor guy.
Were you around when I showed I had a little kitten with me and I even posted it on Twitter. All right, go ahead, go back to sleep. That somebody threw a cat out the window and my wife found him. I posted it on Twitter.
I feel like I saw that.
It was a little over a year ago, but that's the cat. That's him.
He's so cute. Look at him go.
I don't know where he just went.
That's funny. Mine is still on my lap.
So I mean, everybody that's on the stream here, this is my little chair. I have my blanket there because my wife is pregnant, and for her to get comfort in bed, sometimes I sleep right there in that chair, and that's where he likes to sleep when I'm down here. He likes to lay right there on that chair. When I'm streaming, that's his chair.
So can I name 3 people instead of 1? And then I can tell you.
give me all the names. How about that?
Okay. So I would have to say, for one, for sure, Yami. He is awesome. He's everywhere. He's always like asking like, where's your stream? Like encouraging me to go stream and to like really just keep me on my toes for sure. Revivers 100% he's awesome. He's amazing. He's always in every stream, like start to finish. He's there. He's a good mod. He's always there. And then I would say Race Boy. He's been around for a long time. He is awesome. And then he brought his wife in here.
I was gonna say let's actually talk about that. I call them the power couple of Twitch. Because they are spread around everywhere. And I love that. You know, honestly, Race Boy, I want to try and help him out as much as I possibly can because I know how hard it is to start streaming and to also get the understanding of things. But him and Cake together are, when they're in people's streams, they make the chat vibrant with
Mm-hmm.
how funny they are. Because Race Boy seems to always
Oh
be in the
yeah.
doghouse all the time.
Yeah.
What one of these days he just needs to actually turn on a camera and literally be in a dog cage or something
Oh
streaming.
my god, little
Just
doghouse.
like I told you I'm always in the doghouse. That could be a gimmick for him.
Oh my goodness. That's
but
great.
but I absolutely love Cake and Race Boy. They are an
Mm-hmm.
amazing couple.
Yeah,
And
they're very supportive.
oh yeah,
So awesome.
and that's why I just want to try and help Race Boy as much as I can. And it because I know how hard it is. So
Yeah.
I try and give tips out whenever I can. If he comes to me and asks, then I'll just give him how it is.
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah.
hey, like God, he just added sound alerts to his stream. And it's a very difficult process. That itself is a very difficult process.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, it's different getting it all set up like that.
it really is. When I started doing this, I had no help. I had nobody behind me, nobody backing me, and no idea as to what the hell I was doing. And now here I am giving tips. I need to make that
Yeah.
into a YouTube series now.
Yeah, definitely. I had a lot of good support. I asked a lot of questions. I did do a lot of Googling and YouTubing though to like figure stuff out and everything, but
That's what I did.
having yeah, I figured out how to do a lot of stuff. I use a lot of free websites and I even use Paint a lot to make emotes. I just got Painter Pro, like Pro Paint Shop or whatever, but yeah, I use Paint and free websites to edit and make emotes
Yep.
because
See, to make my emote maker's job a little easier for her, she doesn't send me the files of the emotes ever. So all my emotes, they're plastered onto like a billboard almost. And then I go into Paint and I'll crop it. And what's it called? I'm actually gonna open Paint just so I can see. I crop it and then magic select.
Yep.
And I'll magic select it, and then I'll set it up to this size, and then this size, and this size, and boom, I add it all.
Yep. Yep.
It's
Very easy.
it makes her job easier, makes my job a little harder, but it's well worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really nice.
Paint has been a lifesaver.
Yeah. Lo and behold, a program that's been there forever in pixels. But I like it. I really like it. I actually made some of Pinky's emotes actually on it. I make my word emotes on it.
I've
Yeah.
made I've actually my hashtag Team Bubbles one that I got.
Hmm.
So the original one that I had is now Dan Ladd's emote, but I made that on Paint.
Nice. Very nice.
So you made your Can somebody put the hello one in there? No, not that one, Jeff.
No,
I got. Let me
I
see
took
that.
the hello off for right now, just for right now, because I'm switching some stuff around because I have my birthday emote on and stuff for the weekend, and things got switched, but it's coming back. I can do these ones. Wait, don't yell at me. I think I have something. I made this one and this one. Those were the only two I made here.
Okay, so if you're not watching and you're actually listening, I'm currently giving her a stare down of a lifetime right now, because that is the staple of the.
I know.
You could have gotten at least rid of the beep squad one and kept hello. I love every time you come into my stream, you just go. That's what you put, the hello, and that.
Yeah.
Now it's gone.
I know. I'm gonna be switching them around because I do want to bring it back, but
I'm canceling my subscription right now.
Don't do it. I'll bring it back. I promise.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh goodness. But
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm
To
just
go back on the last subject though, besides Yami and Race Boy and Cake, and Revivers, that's like literally to just name a few of the people. My girl squad is awesome. Like I love the girls, playing with the girls. I laugh every time I get on with Dark, Juan, Star, Pinky, any of us. Like it's just a good time.
yeah,
And it
see,
really makes my day.
and I love that, people somehow our communities intertwine with each other in a
Hmm.
weird way, but yet we don't play with each other ever.
Yeah,
Like
I
we
know.
we have Race Boy and Cake and Miss Pinky that are all there. And yet we don't play with each other. I've had Yam in my chat before. Just randomly showed up. Like, hey, what's going on? And that was it.
Yami's awesome. He's like everywhere. You'll see
So
him
it's
in
like,
so many people's streams.
and it just that's the way that, so our communities are intertwined together, but yet
Mhm.
we're so you're here, I'm way over here. And then there's this little bubble.
Yeah, it's a little connection bubble.
No, no, no. I don't even think you have me added.
What?
Yammy. I'm replying
Oh,
back to him. I when something like that is said, I need to reply. He says, because Tyler's too good to play with me.
I thought he was gonna say something about shanking me because that's just what Yami does in streams.
It happens.
Oh gosh.
So you've played in how many of my custom levels?
2? Maybe 3?
Okay.
I've watched them
Which
so much.
which
But
one is
I
your
played in a hide and seek, which I remember winning, and then
I
the
was gonna
audio messed up.
I was about to
I
say
was
what
sad.
I was gonna say, yeah, your most favorite one most likely is the one that was never posted.
It was so much fun. I stayed right between those 2 little boxes for the whole match while people jumped over me and ran past me, and I'm just like tucked away, and then I won. I didn't even move.
And it was the sellout hide and seek of all of them that lasted almost 2 hours.
Oh, it was so much fun. Yeah, that
And
was
you were
good.
never found.
Nope.
It got to the point that we forgot you were actually there.
I was like, "Hi
I
guys."
I actually I kept the video for me to go back and still try and figure out how many times were you seen. Like I did that last night actually. I was like, how many times was she actually seen? Or not last night, Friday night. In preparation for this, and I counted, we passed you a total. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
28 times. We
I-
passed you.
28.
And there was one time you popped up on my screen.
Oh
And
my
I
goodness.
didn't even notice because your red name display did not pop up. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I saw her right there. Like it was so okay on this over here. So like right here, this much trying to do something weird here with your camera. So it was like this much that you were there.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what? Don't look at the stream because that's a totally different angle. 2 cameras here. But yeah, it was like that much. That's how much she was actually seen on my stream the entire time.
Yep, I was just chilling. I had my legs in the back pile of the woods. Like somehow it glitched into where it was my forehead to my waist, and then everything else was like inside the boxes.
Yeah.
It worked.
Hey, you know what? It got you the win that never showed up on YouTube.
Yeah, that was a sad day. And then we played Mafia I played Mafia for the first time.
And you did the 1v1s with
Oh yeah,
with
that was
Vector. I I made it a point of I hype you up for this.
I know. I even painted a heart on the wall. So I'm like, all right, girls, this is for the girls. And I put a heart on there, and then I step out and died. And I was like, well, that sucked.
You couldn't have planned it I swear, it makes things look scripted as all hell.
Oh my god.
But it was
It
like,
was-
I knew had Vector gotten this far, because he won that night. I was like, I knew Vector was gonna win. So, because he was that good. Like, you know what? Let's just degrade him a little bit and let's hype Vesmi up. Maybe she'll actually get this.
Nope.
No.
I got a different 1v1. I didn't win, but I passed like 2 rounds, and then I
Yeah.
lost the 3rd one.
Yeah, you lost a Vector of all people.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
at
I
least you
got
can
2.
at least you can say that you lost to the eventual winner.
Yeah. Yep.
Just come back out and redeem yourself, okay?
Yeah,
Now-
I need to.
Now Rad is currently the champion. Sitting pretty. Posted today.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's sitting pretty.
Rad is pretty good. He is a pretty good sniper.
I don't know. Yeah. There's a reason why I don't partake in the 1v1s.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, Kate. I know that does. The donation link is still available, you guys, for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. That's why it's still there. I've just kept it there just because it is still live till the end of the year. So it's getting to be the holidays, you guys. Sorry, this is not. I just really need to put that into perspective because somebody pointed this out. But it's getting to be the holidays, and there's going to be plenty of children in the hospitals who aren't going to be at home celebrating the holidays with their families, especially Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. I kept that open for the remainder of the year. It's going to still be saying that no matter what. I don't care if it says September, because September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, but we're doing this for the rest of the year. We're doing it possibly even for the rest of time within the podcast as well as my own personal channel. So it's going to be listed as September, even though it's no longer September, November. So, yep, there's that. Sorry, just need to get that out of the way. A lot of my For You page is kind of messed up at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, saddening.
Aw.
Composure, back into it. When was the last time you actually did a no game lobby?
Last summer. Before I went to work, and then when I moved to my mom's in January, there was no way I'd be able to join, because if my grandma hits her button, it calls my phone and I have to go upstairs immediately to help. So there's no way I could, I had a command for stream and everything, like that was !grandma. So if anything happened, my mods or whoever was there could pop that up and let people know, like, I have to go do this. So this whole last year I haven't been able to. I was actually going to be in it yesterday, but he hosted early and I had just opened my eyes. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to make this one. I'll be in next Saturday. So next Saturday, I will be in my next no game hide and seek after a year.
I am going to do everything in my power to be able to go and be in that lobby with you.
Heck yes, that would be fun.
I'm just going to literally abuse the ever-living shit out of it. Hopefully no game's not in here saying, nope, you're not playing next Saturday now.
He's like, so... Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to Vesmi? Oh, I was just gonna bait her out a bunch of times and have you chase me.
And I am bush, so I'm gonna find a bush no matter what building we're in.
Why are you giving away your spot?
Because I don't actually do that. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
I'll help you get into a glitch.
I just always say I am bush. It's my thing.
You should. You know what? As a little shout out, you should actually put in when you die. Just say, "I'm a bush."
I am bush.
I am bush. There you go. Just do that.
Yep. Yep. I will definitely say that. But other than that, it's been nice, like regrowing on Twitch again, and like
what?
Everyone coming back.
So what exactly happened? How did you lose almost 1,000 followers?
So we had hit 700 and I was super excited. We were at like 718 and I put out my um a command and an announcement for a merch giveaway when we hit 1,000 followers. It was super exciting and we were all hyped up for it. And I was streaming the like the day it all happened. I was live and we were just playing. All of a sudden, like several hundred follow bots just went boom in there, and I went from 700 like way up there, and I was like, holy crap. And I have used Commander Root before, which is I hate Commander Root. I
Yeah,
had used it before with a previous follow bot successfully. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to go through and do this again. And I did everything. I checked the filter boxes. I went through and made sure it was for this time only and it was for 5 minutes. And I hit enter and it deleted them. And then my website and my stream and everything on the computer froze. And as soon as it froze, the website reloaded, and then it was like deleting 20 followers, deleting 40 followers, deleting 70 followers, and then it just deleted all of them. And I was like, what? Like
Oh
I
my
looked at it,
God.
I rewatched it, I did it right, and I was like, it literally glitched on me
Oh my
after
God.
following the directions. So I was like, I banned Commander Root in my stream. I was so mad. It
So
was
wait,
the worst day.
so you
Worst
deleted
day.
all the followers while you were streaming?
I was live. Yeah, I even posted a TikTok on it like a long time when
Oh
it
my
happened.
God.
And I'm pretty sure I cried a little. I was just watching it happen, like what is going on? And anybody that I was following as well, it made me unfollow them too. And so I had to not only go back and find people that I was following, but then I had to be like, oh, hi, I'm refollowing. And they're like, what? And I'm like, so I don't really want to explain this because, you know, you don't self promo your stream or whatever in your stream, but I'll DM you or something. Or like they'd ask what happened or whatever. And so it's been interesting regrowing. But the day it happened, it really showed a lot for the community. Within minutes, I had 50 followers within minutes, that from zero. Like people just started sharing it in discords. They started DMing people started showing up that like might lurk and stream or that I might not have seen because they're busy, and then all of a sudden there was just people everywhere, and there was
The
so much like outpouring of support.
Yeah, so when it happened, I didn't know that it happened for like 3 days. I was like, but I didn't get any notification. So, and then you popped up into my stream, refollowed. I was like, what the hell? And you knew that you're everybody's allowed to self promo on my streams. So I was like, what happened? And you told me, so I had to go back to you when you weren't live and refollowed. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like number
Yeah.
55 or 56 or something. I was just so confused.
Yeah, so many people in the past, since it's happened in the past, I don't know, 6.5 months, however long people have. If they go to my stream and do it, they all almost have the same exact follow time now. It's like 6.5 months and so many days, so many
Right.
hours. But yeah, and still people to this day. Actually, somebody that I used to hang out with all the time, and we played Rocket League a lot. Since I haven't played Rocket League, I haven't really thought about it, but I was thinking about her the other day, and she ended up rating somebody else, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Munch. Like I haven't seen Munch in so long, and she's like, where have you been? I thought you stopped streaming. And it's like, yeah. So then I explained it to her, but like it was just last week that we found each other again. So to this day, I'm still getting people that are that like you might not think about until all of a sudden they show up and you're like, why didn't I even think about, like I didn't think about it.
And this
But
this
there
is
they are.
this is where it's like this is where you guys need to follow everybody on their social medias, because if something does go wrong with the streams, social media is the best place where you're going to get the news. You know.
Yep.
So, make sure you guys go and follow Vesmi at Vesmi07 on Twitter.
Nope, it's Vesmin on Twitter. I don't know why, but it's VESMYN.
You know what? Go and follow her right there.
Oh goodness, yeah.
Why do you got different names all over the place?
I know. My actual gaming name is Vesmi. So like my Xbox name and my Twitch name, however, it is Vesmi07. I don't know
Oh,
why I put 07 because it's my graduation from high school year,
and then
2007.
so then you got
And then I got
Vesmi,
Vesmin.
Vesmin, and then you got Vesmi with 2 eyes on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about this for a second. Why do you have the different names all over the board? I just realized this.
So when I made Vesmi originally, I made up the name from the name November. Long story. I wanted to change my name from Jessica to November. And then I was like, well, what can I name my like have a nickname for? Because I don't want to really be like November. So I was like Vember, Vemi, and then it got to Vesmi. So like I was like, I like that name. So then it became my name for anything I did. However, I found out somehow there's like a French shoe line that is spelled Vesmi. And I'm like, how do
The,
you even come up with this name? I made it up.
the exact same spelling?
Yeah. Yeah, I googled it one day because I was like, I just want to see what pops up, and yeah, I got a French shoe line, and I'm like, well, this is interesting. But when I made it, I don't remember why for TikTok it either made me do a second eye or I mistyped because I don't know why I would have done 2 eyes.
Okay,
Vesmin I did because I thought it sounded pretty,
I'm
and that
still
was
just
before
going.
I gamed. That
Oh,
was way before I gamed.
Yeah, that was before you gamed because you used to go by your real name on there for
Yeah.
as it was, and I was like, who's this person? And then you popped up in my chat, and I'm like, oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
That's who
Vesmin
it
was
is.
made before any of the Vesmi stuff was made. Like I had my name Vesmi for like my gamer tag on Xbox and stuff like that, but then social media, I didn't have a TikTok at all. Twitter was made like back in 2014, 15 or something like that, and I thought Vesmin was really pretty, so I made that, and instead of making a second one, I never used Twitter for anything, so I was like, I'll just use it for gaming. Why not? And I was
So
like, but I don't really want that to be the gaming name, so
and you're not gonna change it or anything. Are you gonna change any of the names?
I don't know. Maybe I'll put them all to Vesmi if possible. Because I like just having it as Vesmi itself, but who knows? Maybe I'll do it in the future.
I think you
Maybe
need
when
to
I make
add.
YouTube.
You need to put a little extra O in, or an extra 0 in there, so it's Vesmi 007.
uh, believe it or not, 007 is one of also the first games I ever played when I was really really little. With somebody we played 007 once.
Yes.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh, it was so much
that
fun.
best one, best game, best 007 game.
To be honest, I couldn't tell you because I only got to play that one. I didn't have any other of the games. But it was amazing.
My favorite 007 game, Tomorrow Never Dies.
That's actually the one we played.
Oh my god, yes! It's my favorite one of all time. It's my favorite one. Now, did you ever watch the
It's the only
movies?
thing I remember from the title. I did watch one movie. I don't remember which one it was. I really liked it, whatever it was, but I watched it when I was younger. And I think we watched it because we had the game, so we watched one of the movies.
I actually never watched Tomorrow Never Dies because I didn't want the movie to ruin the game for me. Because I would binge play that game for hours on the PlayStation 1. So every time my dad ever wanted to watch Tomorrow Never Dies, I'd just watch. Like, no. And I went and played it instead.
Yeah.
Like, this is my movie.
Yeah.
So that's just how it came to be. Like, that's just life. So personal stuff. You're working. You got a roommate. You have a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a crazy cat lady?
No.
Damn it.
No, but I do love her. She's kind of she's not the nicest cat, unfortunately. She's nice to me, but when I took her to the vet to get spayed, and I got her front claws declawed because when she goes to sleep at night, she sleeps right here and she does this on my neck. And she's done it ever since she was little. It's the only way she goes to sleep. So I had to get her declawed after 4 months. And when she came back from the vet, she was a completely different cat. She absolutely hates other people. She will hiss and growl and she doesn't want you to touch her, but yeah, she'll be all over me. Like she's super friendly to me, but she does not like other people.
Okay,
Um
so in other words, she should be mad at you for taking her to the vet, but she's really pissed off at the vet.
Basically, and everybody else.
Yeah.
But
Well, somehow this little guy that's sitting here, he's back on the chair, by the way. He's on the chair again. He yeah, he doesn't really like me, but yet he'll sleep with me.
hmm.
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I had a second cat. He was my favorite. I loved him.
Oh
He was the
God.
sweetest. He was like half dog, half person. Like he would sit with you and watch TV. You could pick him up and drag him around. He'd like hang on your shoulders and just lay there. And he just wanted to be like with you at all times. He was the best.
I'm a dog person, but yet we have 4 cats in the and 2 dogs.
Yeah. See, then you would have liked Guido because everybody that hates cats, they loved Guido. And if they were a dog person, they liked Guido.
We had a cat. His name was Trooper, and he acted like a dog himself. Big cat, but every once in a while, he would be under our table that we had in our apartment, and he would start attacking your feet. He would just crawl through it and then just go, "Ah!" And literally, he would scratch your foot. He would hurt you. So weird. I miss that little
Same.
guy. I miss that little guy. Oh, actually, it was a fat bastard, actually. He
Yeah.
weighed 17 pounds.
Oh my goodness. That sounds like my cat when I was growing up. She was 22 or 24 pounds or something. She
Oh
was a
my
big cat.
sweet Jesus.
Yeah,
That's
her name was Fluffy. She was super big.
Yeah. Well, Trooper, he was a fluff ball too. So when we'd give him a bath, there's where you see how big he actually is. But when he wasn't bathed and he was fluffed out, he looked a hell of a lot bigger. Like probably four sizes of babes there.
Yeah.
Or
Dang.
babies.
Yeah. Babies is not that big. Guido was bigger than her. He was younger, but he was kind of like Tomcat, Alley Cat, like feel to him. So he was like a bigger guy, but he was so sweet.
Were they siblings?
No, I had her first, and she actually, I had to get a second cat because of her anxiety, like separation anxiety. My roommate originally brought her home before her eyes were opened. So her eyes opened to me and I
Okay.
bottle fed her and weaned her, and so it was a really interesting life with her, but she had a social or anxiety when I would leave the house. And if I went home to visit my family from college, I'd go home for Christmas or something, she would pee everywhere and it would just be ridiculous. It wouldn't matter if other people were there or not. She would just go crazy. And if you left her alone, it was bad. So I got a second cat, Guido, who was a year younger than her. As a kitten, I picked him out. He was about maybe 4.5 months old when I brought him home. And she was pissed at first, but she didn't have front claws, so she couldn't really do much. She'd like smack him with her paw, and he would just like try to love her anyway, like just chill. And eventually, after a couple months, you'd catch him to where she would be laying, and then Guido would like lay opposite of her with their backs to each other, and he'd like scoot closer until their butts would touch. And he's like, I just wanna be friends. And yeah, eventually they were buddies. So he passed away after 10 years of being here. So I've had him for 10 and a half years. Babies is 11 and a half now. But the last year she still mourns him now and then. She'll go into the hallway where he laid the night before he died, and she'll sit there and cry in the dark at night because she wants him to come to bed. And it's sad, but like it's nice to see that she she has some feelings because she's a bitch cat. So, but yeah,
Hey,
but I miss him. He was the best.
Yeah, I miss Troop. He was 3 or 4 years old. He just randomly died one night.
Aw.
overnight. It was so sad. And then we end up getting another cat about a week later because I was like, it doesn't feel right without another cat. Just didn't feel right
Yeah.
not having our third cat. So, especially our female cat, she would always hide. She never came out. It felt like we only had one cat in the house. I was like, we need to get another one. I need another one. And now I don't ever see that cat.
Yeah.
He's with the dogs all the time. He's like, nope, just gonna be with the dog. Hang out with them.
Yeah.
Vesmi is
Very
really a
nice.
dog person at heart, though.
That's my mom.
That's your mom?
Yeah, that's my mom. We have a dog at home. Her name is Mookie.
Well, hold on.
She's
I'm gonna give a special shout out to thank you for having this person with me and being such a great mom to a semi weird person at the same time.
Hey, weird is good.
Hey, if you're not weird, I don't trust you.
Right?
That's just how
Yeah.
it is. If you're a normal person, I don't trust you.
Yeah, I got really lucky. I have a good mom and dad. They support me.
You know,
they are always there.
and when you first moved back in with your mom and your grandma to help out and stuff, do you remember the one thing that I told you?
Now I feel like a terrible person.
Not a whole lot of people ever remember what I say. No, it's you always got to take care of your family first because you were really scared about the move and having to stop streaming.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I was sad about that.
your family is number one. And that's for any content creator out there. Your family is always number one. Always remember that.
Yeah.
As a husband and a father, my kid and my wife come first. Always. No matter what. That's just the way it always is.
Yeah. It's the way to be. It's what
That-
made my final decision. I was like, yeah, I'm going. Like,
Because it was, especially, I'm not very close with my grandparents, but you are. And, who knows how much time we have left with anybody. For whatever reason, we can end this and then I don't wake up tomorrow. You gotta cherish every moment that you have, especially with.
yeah. Yeah, it was actually this year was one of the best years I've had. When I graduated and when I first left Lemon to go to my dorm school, I was like, thank goodness I don't have to be there. And then when I graduated and went to college, I was like, I'm never going back besides holidays. Like, I love my family so much. But I was like, I hated that town. I hated it so much with everything in me because of how bad of an experience I had growing up there. I just didn't want anything to do with it. And then when I got older, and then I was like, I don't really care. Some of them are gone, some of them are not gone, and some of them haven't done shit with their life. And it's like, at least I'm doing stuff and I'm proud of what I've done and I enjoy where I am and everything. And then I started not caring. And then when I left home, I was 15 when I went to the dorm school. So I basically think of like moving away at that age because I'd come home at summer and I would go see my dad since my parents are split. I'd go visit my dad for a little bit and then I'd come home and I'd visit my friends. One of my best friends growing up, her dad and her are Native American, so they move around and follow the horses. And I would go stay with them for about a month every summer and we do rodeo and stuff like that. So I really wasn't home a lot after the age of 15, and going home now at the age of 32, like literally over 15 years later, was like one of my best years I've had. We did so much stuff together, hanging out with my grandma who just turned 94 in September.
Ooh.
Like, oh yeah, she's awesome.
Come on, Grandma, you gotta make it to 100. Please.
Heck yeah. She went zip lining and whitewater rafting on like her 90th and 91st birthdays. Like she's amazing.
Wow.
She's an awesome grandma. But
Wow.
I lived across the alley from her, ever since I was like 5 or so, and we moved back to Lemon, and then it was just nice being home and like being back. And my parents, we ride motorcycles, so we got to ride our bikes. They have their kayaks now that we go out on. They've got parachute planes at the farm, and we go out, and I go flying with my dad, and we'll just go fly over and see the cattle and watch the deer and go shooting and hunting. My dad actually bought me my first 2 pistols this year, so it was really cool, like picking them out and going and do stuff and like getting to do all this
I
bonding
need
stuff like 15 years later.
I need to get to the Dakotas and hang out
Yeah,
because everything
you
that
do.
you just mentioned is like things that I want to do. I live in a small town. I
Yeah.
I like literally I just go down the road and I can go see the horses and go on hay rides and stuff like that. Like, but I don't own a farm.
Yeah, I mean we don't have horses on our farm. We just do cattle. Basically, beef cattle, but we have a lot of toys that we have fun with now. My family, uh I'd say we're pretty adventurous. My mom definitely got me into doing a lot of different stuff. She's a woman. She's quite the woman. She's always doing stuff, and um, yeah, I'm really glad I had the family that I had growing up and
Do you have any
getting to have that.
do you have any siblings whatsoever?
I have my 2 siblings in heaven, as well, but I
Oh,
have
I did not
uh
even know that.
not very many people do. It's just not something that we talk about as much, but I do like I will never say no at all, like to them, that I have them. And then I do have a stepbrother, who is my stepmom's son. He when my stepmom came into the picture and everything, I was about 7 or 8 or so, but my stepbrother was already in like his 20s and I think he was either married or they were engaged, but he was like out of the house. So I grew up like knowing him a little bit. He actually gave me both of my tattoos because he's a
Hey,
tattoo
that
artist.
hey, that works.
Um,
Never hurts
yeah.
to have a tattoo artist in the family.
Yeah, so I got an 18th birthday present and a 21st birthday present from him, which was awesome. Yeah.
Are they big tattoos or are they
But
tiny?
my first one was probably about like that big. I mean, it's pretty decent size. It's on my hip on the front, but it was a little bigger than what my mom would appreciate. That's for sure. But the one on my back I got when I was 21, it's basically the size of a quarter. It's not very big.
So,
So
do you plan on getting any more tattoos?
I want one more. I do want one. And I have a picture on my phone. It's gonna be for Guido, my kitty. I tend to when I stand, I stand like this, and so my hand holds my arm. I a tattoo artist actually drew it out. It's super cute and it matches his face painting, but it'd be his face right here with a little heartbeat that goes behind his head, and then it'd have like a heart and a paw print. And so it's just gonna be like that right there. So I really want that, but I don't know if I'll ever like get to it, if that makes sense. But that's like the next thing I want. I might end up turning it into a piece of art instead, and like hanging it up, like doing a wood burning or something. Because I love to wood burn, and I haven't done it in a while, but it would be fun to get back into that.
Right, because we actually did talk about you doing a wood burning for me
Hmm.
one a long time ago.
I still have that page saved on my web browser, the logo, because I really wanted to. This summer, I messed around with a little bit of wood burning, but I was spending so much time with family, I didn't even really have time like I thought I would to sit down. When I did, I gamed at night, so I would do like 9 p.m. streams or whatever at that time. But other than that, I really wasn't on games or really in streams because I was out at the farm, we were at the lake, and it's Lemon, so you don't really have service. You don't
Right.
really have much service outside of the city. So if you or outside of the town, if you're not sitting in your house with your Wi-Fi, like there's no tower.
Right. So my question. Would you still be interested in doing a wood burning?
Yes, but I
Yes.
need to actually I still that's why I saved it because eventually I was gonna try and make it and just send it to you because I want to practice more before I really like pull it out. But I have a lot of little plaques. I did buy a lot before I went home last year. So I planned on having time to sit down in the yard and just wood burn. But this winter, now that you know it's winter, you don't really go
My
out.
God,
I'm gonna have a little more time.
we got snow today.
Yuck. No, it's terrible.
I bet you're gonna get a lot of snow this winter.
Maybe I don't know. Is we're having a really weird winter. It's actually like 70. It was 70 degrees this weekend.
Yeah, we had 60 degrees on. We were close to 70 at one point during the week. I think it was Wednesday. And it was just. I walked outside to vape real quick and to take a break from work, and I was just like, "Why is it so hot?"
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really warm here. It starts out really cold. It'll be like a frosty morning and then it's 70. Colorado's always weird though. Since moving here, I always say when is winter gonna start? Because I grew up in South Dakota. You literally can get buried under buildings.
Yes,
Like we
yes.
don't have snow plows type things. We've got tractor snow plows. Like
Oh,
we have tractors.
you're in a tiny
Yeah,
town. You guys have tractors everywhere. Just hook up a plow,
yeah.
you'll be fine.
And
That's what they.
it's really funny because we pile up all the snow in the middle of the road and like in empty lots and stuff. So that's what the kids would always ride down on. So when you're on Main Street, the only time you can't see the other side is during winter because the snow just piles up and it goes all the way down Main Street. It's so funny.
Last year, I remember my next door neighbor. We got so much snow last winter that he ended up building like a little sledding area in his front yard.
Oh wow.
Like, and it stood about 5 feet, and it literally just goes down, wraps around in his front yard, all the way down to nothing at that point. It's like that is so cool. Like,
Very
didn't
nice.
even think that he would do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, we get dumped on a lot here because we got the lakes everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
I
so
could
if
see
you
that.
so if you ever want to go canoeing, we're the Great Lakes state. You're no more than 7 miles away from a body of water in this state.
Yeah. Do some kayaking over there maybe.
Oh yeah, my wife loves to go kayaking all the time when
Yeah, I
she's
had a
not
lot of fun with it.
when she's not pregnant. I've actually never been kayaking.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It is fun. My mom and dad, they each have one, and my mom, hers has like carpet that goes kind of around it. It's like this black carpet stuff, so our dog can ride on it. Our dog loves going on stuff. She'll go on the kayak, she'll go on the parachute plane, she goes on the motorcycle. Like she's an adventure dog. And if my mom wasn't kayaking, if it was like me and someone else, like I would usually take hers so Mookie could be there, and she just sits there behind you and just goes kayaking, just
just
chills.
chilling, just chilling.
Yeah. Yep.
You guys do a lot of fishing out in that area too?
We haven't gone fishing actually. Not really much for fishing. They did go fishing when they went camping, and stuff, but when we go to the lake, we just kind of would go kayaking and we'd have a picnic out there. We did set the camper out there for a while, for a couple of months, so we could just go out and spend the night and campfires and, s'mores, all that fun stuff.
Hey, that works in the end, because I live actually just down the road from like 3 state parks. Like, how many people will just drive just 20 minutes just to go? For
Yeah.
me, for me, when I go camping, I drive an hour and a half at least.
Yeah, our lake is 12 miles from the town that we like to go camping at. Huge lake though, really, really big. People will come from all over to see it. There's actually a movie that was made that's based off the area around our lake.
Hmm. What's
I
the
don't know if
movie?
you've ever seen the movie The Revenant.
It sounds so familiar though.
So it was based off of Hugh Glass, which the Hugh Glass Memorial, Hugh Glass area is next to our lake, Shade Hill Lake. And this guy basically got mauled by a bear. Back when they had like muzzle loader guns, he missed his shot. I can't remember if he shot and hit the bear or if he missed it, but either way, the bear got him, mauled him, and he crawled like tons of miles. I want to say it was to, was it Macintosh? I don't remember. It was like maybe
Wow.
40 miles, but he crawled and survived this bear mauling. And so there's a memorial out there for the Hugh Glass Memorial. There's a camping ground out there as well. And then every year they do the Hugh Glass Rendezvous. And so my dad and I got to do that this year. And I got to load and shoot a muzzle loader. And I successfully hit the the bear from the distance that he would have shot it from. And my dad couldn't shoot it. He tried so hard.
Wow.
But I was like, I got it. It was so fun. It was fun.
So y'all, we also just learned don't fuck with Vesmi. She can shoot.
I may be bad at the games, guys, but I shoot in real life.
All right, we're gonna start getting ready to wrap it up here. We're opening up the Q&As for the chat, so if anybody has questions that they want asked or they want to be asking, you're more than welcome to at this point. So, but we're gonna continue on with our little conversation while we wrap it up, while the questions can come in. I do actually have a question though.
Okay.
This one is related to, you got your mom to get a Twitch account?
Did not get her to do it. My mom is probably one of the most supportive moms like around. I love her. We're best friends too. I've always been close to my mom. When I was younger, we did have that stage when I was really rebelling. I was really having a hard time and I was just angry and upset and depressed, and I did fight back, pretty hard, but she's always just been there for me no matter what, at all times. And she's just always there. So when was telling her about Twitch and stuff, she's like, well, I kind of want to see how this works. And I was a little embarrassed, like, okay, this is going to be weird. Okay, go for it.
I mean,
And yeah, now I'm just like, oh, it's mama. And then everyone sees her come in and they're like, hi, Vesmi's mom. So she's a regular viewer every now and then.
hey, you know what? She's sitting here using emotes. She's more advanced than my mom.
Yeah, she's getting there. She's getting there. We're teaching her how to connect Prime too.
Oh God.
We got her to we connected it last time I was there, so now I gotta find it again.
I mean, I can see that she's got the Prime Gaming symbol next to her name there. So hey,
Yep.
you'll always have at least one sub then.
Yep.
Always. That's just how it works though.
Yeah. She's the
So
best.
when you were in the rebellious stage, every teenager goes through that.
Yeah.
I bet you were a teenager. You were probably, I'd say 16, 17.
Like during the rebellious stage probably hit when I was about 14.
Oh, that's right. You're a female. It hits earlier because you girls mature faster than we do. So
Yeah,
you
I
go
was
through
about
all
14.
you go through all that stuff before we do too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
I definitely had the attitude, and I listened to rock. Like, I love rock, so I listened to a lot of rock growing up, really loud music. And then as well, I was obsessed with like Eminem growing up. I loved his lyrics.
Where
And
I'm from the same area as Eminem, so every time somebody
Yeah.
says Eminem, I'm like, yes.
yeah, no, I love it. But yeah, so I mean, we had our moments for sure, but she never gave up on me, which was good. And even when we were arguing if I needed something, she's still there. And it was like the worst childhood outside of my home that I had with like kids and stuff, but the best childhood inside the home.
Hey, that's always the best thing because being dealing with the bullies, I grew up with the same stuff. It was very hard, and it can impact your home life in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But you never let that happen. That just shows on not only you but also your family. So My parents never gave up on me because I went through the rebellious state. And probably, what could I get into trouble with in a big city area? Was my question. That's what everybody should be asking. But here, we got some
Yeah.
questions though. Race Boy, out of your biggest supporters, who would you like to meet IRL?
Out of my biggest supporters, I'd say my number one is probably my gaming bestie Juan. When I met her long ago, we just like clicked. We have so much fun gaming and talking and texting and snapping and just sending TikToks all day. But
But
yeah,
you've never met them in real life.
mm-mm. I've never met her in real life, not yet. She's on the East Coast out there, so I would love to meet her. Race Boy would be fun to meet. Him and Cake, they would be a lot of fun to meet. Doom would be pretty fun to meet. Doom's been around since like day one.
This man.
Oh, he would so
The ma-
he would be a fun one to meet.
Every time he comes into my chat, he gives me a heart attack because I have wasted G Fuel because of that man.
Oh goodness. Dude would be a fun one. Really, really basically anybody that's been around for a while, I would love to meet. It would be so much fun to meet anybody that I've gotten to know that hangs out in my chat, and then if they stream, if I've hung out in their chat. But really just once I get to know somebody, it would be fun to, sit down because it wouldn't feel weird. It would just be nice. You'd be like, hey, what's up? We're here. Let's have a smoothie.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody, I would love to just get everybody together one of these times for a barbecue.
Yes, it would be so much fun.
All right. Here's a question. It's actually for me. It's actually from Dom. What do you mean heart attack? I don't think you know what happened, do you?
Doom.
It's happened not once, but twice. Where he says, "Hey, how much for a scoop of G Fuel?" And I set that limit to $50. He has to donate $50 for me to do it. I literally take a scoop of G Fuel and I have to go right into the mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, I've lost one tub of G Fuel because of it. It was a full tub. Brand new open that day, and it's gone. It disappeared.
Dang.
Yeah. So there's how he gives me a heart attack. Here's another one. Green or yellow? Says Nighthawk.
I would say green because my favorite color is peacock blue, which is a dark turquoise, and it's got green in it. So if I'm picking between green and yellow, I'll pick green.
Hey, there you go. Then you got a red thinking Packers, but Revivers, Xbox or PC? I already know this answer.
Well, because I currently only play on one for the most part, I'm gonna say Xbox because I love it. But if I get a gaming PC in the future, which would be awesome at some point when I have a house and can have desks and stuff like that, I would love to actually set up a real computer with monitors and stuff that are set up. Then I would go PC. But for now, I'm gonna still go Xbox.
How about you just stay on console and just get a PC to stream from?
I mean, I could do that too.
Yes.
Do love my Xbox.
All right, we have what's your favorite candy? Says Starlight. I got it right. Starlight Souls.
Let's go. It's not Scarlet. Currently at this moment, I actually have maybe 10 of these left. I haven't found them yet here. I bought all the bags in lemon before I left my hometown, but they're these sour gummy bears that are like 15 different flavors. Yeah, they're so good.
What?
They're so good, and it's like a sour gummy bear with sour powder on top of it.
I've never seen that brand before.
I haven't either. I don't know if it's like my hometown thing or what, but they don't exist. And when I looked on Amazon to find it, the pound bags don't exist. They're literally like the little guys, and I'm like, I'm not about to ship that over here. And so I'm like savoring my last 10, and when I go home for Christmas, I'm gonna be buying all the pound bags off the shelf.
Okay. So we got Nighthawk and Raceboy have both seen that brand. I've never seen that brand.
Maybe it's a Midwest thing. It's got to be a Midwest thing.
Michigan is
because
in the
it's not
Midwest.
out here.
Michigan
Well,
is
it's not
Midwest.
in Colorado either. It's in like Nebraska, South Dakota, Dakotas.
Nebraska's only like 3 states away from me.
Hey, that could be far enough. In Denver, you go over 2 blocks and it's a whole other world.
Yeah, I mean, we got the bridge to Pennsylvania though.
Yeah.
Talking about you, Rad. Freaking Ohio. All right. Okay, who is your favorite Rad? Says Mr. Rad. Speaking of Rad, me or OP Radical?
I could say there is one Rad that comes to my stream, and all that Rad says is let me play, and then if I say I can't, they leave, and that makes me sad. So if that's not you, then you know.
As long as that's not you, you're good.
Yep.
All right. Any other questions? Here, you know what? Let's just give some shout outs to the new followers. We got United Killer.
Hey, United!
Revivers. Vesmi's mom.
My mama. Thank you.
Mama Vesmi. That's her name to me now. Mama Vesmi.
Let's go.
Dan Ladd on his real frickin' account finally. He got that back.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
Cake Fierce and Doom all gave me follows on this on the podcast channel. And
Let's
Mr.
go.
Red, you already have followed me last month. I can literally see it saying your name last month. And now you just refollowed.
Let's go.
Yeah, you just got called out, bro.
No, he didn't. He doesn't do that.
He just said getting called out. Yep.
Oh, well, if maybe he's done it recently, I didn't realize.
And Starlight, he just did it. I don't have notifications on for the podcast. I do shout outs at the end of it and stuff like that. But at the start of it, if you follow while the intro song is happening, shout out to Young D. I do see his name in the chat. Or, well, as a listed viewer. But so while the song's playing, I do have something that pops up, but it doesn't make sound. But I don't want to have something pop up during the podcast. Starlight Souls hit the follow button. Oh, I said called out about asking to play and leaving. Oh, that's you. You just got you called out Rad there.
Oh, Rad didn't. Unless I wasn't talking about him.
Oh, so it's the other one. Quick, everyone, don't panic. I lost my mind. LOL. What? I'm okay. You know what? The chat's already making me confused. Y'all make me confused.
Oh, Pinky. Pinky is also another one I want to meet in real life. I know this is like way left down the road, but I love Pinky. I would love to just fly over and be like, hello.
See, if I could meet people IRL, it would be definitely Nighthawk, Rad, Dan Ladd, Raceboy and Cake, Miss Pinky. I've already met Orange. You know who Orange is?
Yes, I know. I know Savage Orange.
You guys are in the same state. Just a little FYI.
Oh, nice.
But he's currently stationed in California at the moment. He'll be home before Thanksgiving or at that time. Maybe y'all should try and meet up and be like, hey.
Feel like, hello, I see you.
I promise he won't yell in real life, just in video games.
I might not recognize him then. I might need to yell.
He'll just have to drop his bit of the whole Modern Warfare 2 bit. When he yelled at Nate. That was funny.
Yeah.
It's the other one. Red, but Okay. Rad did, but which Rad are we talking about? Dude, I'm done. Honestly, I just want to meet everyone so I can have friends. Oh, that's sad.
I will never stop talking about you though, Yami, because you're amazing. Just saying. Yami introduced me to a lot of really cool people. He brought me into a couple new communities that are really big communities that everybody is super supportive and really amazing. And I've met a lot of really cool people from Yami.
Yami. I see him in your chat, Sadie's chat, Miss Pinky's chat. It's like, man is literally all over the place.
Stars. Oh yeah. Once he's in your life, he's there forever. He's a good guy.
Well, now he's a part of the podcast forever.
Yep.
Red wants to meet Instill. You know who I would actually, if I had to pick one person to meet IRL, that would be a hero. It would be Dexbot.
Dex would be fun to meet in real life. Yeah.
I feel like
I could see that.
I feel like we would get in so much trouble together though. Yeah. So, any closing statements before I ask the final question?
It's been a fun adventure starting out, and I'm really excited to just keep meeting so many amazing people and growing, my own oasis, little beep squad.
All right, here is the last question.
Okay.
For any content creator out there, new or veteran, if you had to give one piece of advice, what would it be?
My personal advice would be literally be yourself. Just let out your personality, because it really brings in a lot of really cool people who, one, are going to have some similar personalities to you because they see that and they're like, oh, that's like me. And like, you're just drawn to those types of people. But two, people know when you're being your genuine self. And it's a lot better to show that as opposed to trying to show what you think people want to see and stuff like that. You'll have a lot more real success, and by real success I mean having the real friends and people who will sit and talk to you and chat, and they'll be there. Like, you'll see that as opposed to just trying to join a follow for follow train or something like that. Like, I do I always try to support people that support me, and I am in like, there's a community I'm in. It's like follow, but you follow through and you talk and you chat and stuff like that. And so, like, that I think is amazing, because if you're out to support somebody, they'll support you back. But yeah, my biggest advice is really just keep yourself, like, your personality, let it show through. Just let it be you.
There it is. Be yourself, guys. Literally, I love how Rad put it in the chat. Literally be yourself.
Literally, not figuratively, but literally.
Yeah, because if you're not yourself and you're trying to play it off as a character on stream and stuff, then you're not going to get anywhere. I mean, because of you, Vesmi, I bought that pimp outfit. Hold on.
Let's go. Oh. Oh goodness. We just gonna sit here.
Yep.
We're just gonna sit here, guys. Don't worry.
Yep. Just
We're entertaining. We're just chatting now. What's up? My gamer girl is correct, which is nice because on my camera it's backwards, so it looks really messed up. My gamer girl is on my right instead of my left. I don't know. Awkward silence. Do 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 do. Dude. Do 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 do. Anyone wanna play a little I don't know, guess what I see? Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Yes.
Because of you, and in case nobody actually has seen this outfit, usually I don't have a shirt on underneath, but I bought this outfit. It's actually inside out. I actually
Let's
put this on inside
go.
out. So in case anybody did not know, Vesmi is the reason why I have this and why the pimp character is out. I like to dress up. That's just how I am. I even have a minion outfit. I got a minion outfit.
Oh, the minion's great.
I have a knight outfit. I have a demon that never shows that I never show up.
Oh yeah, those streams were very interesting.
You know what, Yami, there are videos on YouTube of me wearing this without a shirt.
Yeah. That's great.
And you know, it works. It works because I do have a big cross tattoo right here, so it works perfect.
Yeah, it looked like it was part of the costume, actually.
But that's a real tattoo. That's a real Yami. You can't just demand that without paying. You know what? You're right. You're
You
right.
tell him, Star.
You're right, dude. So
oh goodness.
So just because, so if anybody's never seen that outfit on my streams, you just got to see it here. And if you're listening on Spotify or anywhere else that you can listen to the podcast at, y'all are just gonna have to stop by somewhere and find it. It's out there. I promise you that. I got photos of that out there. How things are.
Oh goodness.
So, all right. Actually, you know, I'm gonna end it with one more question. Did you think I was ever gonna buy that? Did you think I was not gonna buy it?
Yeah, it was like I think I was hoping, but I really honestly thought that you wouldn't get it. But I was like, we were hoping.
When you told me that I should wear the pimp outfit for a stream one time, I'm not kidding you, within 5 minutes I
remember you messaging me. I was like, no way.
Yep, I literally purchased it within 5 minutes. And I was on the way. Me and my wife were driving 2 hours for a surprise birthday party for my brother-in-law when all this was going down. And she was like, "You're not really about to buy that." I was like, "Oh yeah, I am." She was like, "What color did you buy?" I was like, "Hot pink." She was like, "Oh my god." She was not a happy person with.
I could imagine.
Hey, we got somebody just complimented you from the Princess Peach. By the way, Vesmi hair is cute.
Thank you, Peach.
Everybody's trying to move away from the pimp outfit and go to Vesmi's hair.
It's me when I don't. My hair's long enough now. I can start braiding it again. I like my pigtail braids.
Rad, I know which one you're talking about. No.
Just message me.
If y'all want to know what that is, go ahead and DM Mr. Rad on Twitter, because I know exactly what it is.
Oh goodness.
I twerked off of a wall. Off of a wall.
Well, that sounds like an interesting video.
Oh, it's a great video.
Oh goodness.
Everybody was like, "You're not gonna do it." Bet I ain't. All right. Rad, if you do it, you got to pay me $20.
He's like, best $20 I've spent.
Just $20. That's all it is. All right. We're going to end it out of here. And then we're going to head into the Den's overtime after the outro. And we'll just talk from there. This won't be posted to YouTube or Spotify or anything. So if you guys ever want to try and see what the Den's overtime is about, you gotta swing over to Twitch, twitch.tv/wolfdenpod. Vesmi, thank you for coming out and
Thank you for having me.
spending the last 2 hours here.
It was a good time. It was fun.
So I'll see you on the other side of the outro.
Goodbye, goodbye.
No. You gotta say the hello. One time.
Hello, hello.
Got it.
Music on the beat.
Get ready for the podcast. I address anything on my mind. On time with the lines and the lyrics rhyme. And you know you can press rewind. Yeah. Get ready for the podcast. I address anything on my mind. On time with the lines and the lyrics rhyme. And you know you can press rewind. Podcast, you can talk what you want to say. Here go the microphone. We can talk all day. I got time to listen to your thoughts. Feedback, just let the man talk.